Imagine waking up to the sound of screams. Smoke fills the air. Fire consumes the greatest city on earth. Rome is burning, and somewhere in the distance, a rumor spreads that the emperor is not fighting the fire, but watching it. Some say he sang. Some say he played music. Some say he enjoyed it. His name was Nero. For a brief moment in history, Rome was peaceful. The people loved Nero. Coins were minted with his face. Poets praised him. The future looked bright. But power has a price, and Nero was about to pay it. Agrippina never stopped pulling strings. She wanted to rule through her son. She demanded influence. She threatened him. To Rome, Nero was emperor, but in private, he was still a child under his mother's shadow. Their relationship turned toxic. Agrippina began plotting against her own son. Nero began plotting against her. Multiple assassination attempts failed. Finally, Nero made a choice that would haunt his legacy forever. He ordered his mother's death. When Agrippina realized what was happening, legend says she cried out, "Strike my womb." The woman who made him emperor was gone, and Nero was never the same again. A fire broke out in Rome. Wooden buildings burned easily. Narrow streets trapped the flames. For 6 days, the city burned. Entire neighborhoods were destroyed. This is where the legend begins. The story everyone knows says Nero watched Rome burn while playing music, but ancient sources disagree. Some say Nero was not even in Rome when the fire started. Others say he rushed back and organized relief efforts. He opened his palace to refugees. He lowered food prices. He helped rebuild the city. So why did the rumor spread? Because Rome needed someone to blame. And Nero was the perfect target. The people were angry. Rome was ruined. Nero needed to redirect their rage. So he blamed a small religious group, the Christians. What followed was brutal executions, public punishments, fear. These acts would define Nero's reputation forever. Whether justified or not, history would remember him as cruel, and his mental state began to unravel. Nero loved art. He loved music. He loved poetry. He loved performance. He didn't want to rule Rome. He wanted Rome to admire him. He performed on stage, something no emperor had ever done. Attendance was mandatory. Doors were locked. No one could leave. While Nero sang, the empire weakened. The military lost loyalty. The Senate grew hostile. Rome was no longer led by a ruler, but by a performer. Rebellions broke out. The army turned against Nero. The Senate declared him an enemy of the state. Suddenly, the emperor was alone. He fled Rome, abandoned, hunted, terrified. With nowhere left to go, Nero made his final decision. He took his own life. His last recorded words were not powerful. They were fearful. "What an artist dies in me." So, who was Nero? A tyrant? A madman? A victim of propaganda? History is written by survivors, and Nero had many enemies. He made terrible choices, but he also inherited impossible power at a young age. Perhaps Nero did not burn Rome. Perhaps Rome burned Nero. And for nearly 2,000 years, we never questioned the story. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, like the video, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Was Nero truly evil? Or deeply misunderstood?